It's raining again.
So you like the rain, huh? It makes you feel like...
I feel like part of it is because I'm from Oregon, and part of it is just I work in agriculture in California and we need water. So it makes me feel less stressed out in like the macro sense when we're getting rain. We started the winery in 2003. So we bought the land, planted everything from scratch. So we didn't actually start selling wine until 2009 because we own 130 acres. It's a big piece. And then you can kind of see we've got 31 acres that are actually planted. So, you know, it was a 5-year process of getting land prepped, getting vines in the ground, and then growing them to the point where we could actually make wine. Alta Colina means high hill in Spanish. We're one of the higher altitude vineyards in the region, in Paso Robles. And that really informs everything about what we do. We're high altitudes, we get lots of sunshine. We tend to be above the fog line, so we're able to get stuff really ripe. So tricky varietals like Mourvèdre that need a long growing season and lots of. It's hard to get Mourvèdre ripe, and on our property we can do it basically. And then the fact that the hills are steep. And it's a big mountain of shale, so it's basically a giant rock pile. So like right now, we can hear it's raining outside. If it stopped in 2 hours from now, there wouldn't be a puddle. If you imagine dumping a bucket of water on a pile of rocks, it's just gone. And that's how our property is. So the vines are stressed. There's really no topsoil. They don't have an easy time getting nutrients. There's no water holding capacity, so we make them work for it. We really, because we can get stuff ripe, fruit is the through line in our wines. We can get big, ripe, delicious fruit. And one of the side effects of that is if you're not careful, fruit is the only thing you get. So when people talk about fruit bombs, it's negative. It means a one-dimensional wine that all is going on is that it's big and fruity. And on our property, we feel like we sort of have the perfect combination of being able to, yes, achieve big fruit, but our acid levels hold, our tannin is really, everything's balanced, everything is in check. We get good color on everything. So it's a particular style, and we planted our grapes on this piece of dirt because my dad knew the style he wanted, and this is where you can grow it. He's definitely a believer in growing wine, not making wine. So at Alta Colina, we grow exclusively Rhone varieties. So they're all grapes that you'd find in the Rhone Valley in southern France. On the whites, we grow Viognier, Roussanne, Grenache Blanc, and Marsanne. And on reds, we have Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre, and Petit Syrah. So we have 8 varieties. And all of them, even if you're tasting French wines, even if you're tasting old world wines, in a lot of those regions in the Rhone, fruit's one of the drivers of those varieties, and it's what tastes good. It's what we like to drink. It's what my dad wants to make and drink, basically. So we're all about Rhone varieties. And with that, Bob, he knew that he wanted to make at least one great Syrah. He loves Syrah. And he wanted to make at least one great GSM, which stands for Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre. It's a super, super classic combo in the Rhone Valley. And it's one of those that they tend to grow well in the same areas, and it's totally an example of when you're starting with high quality ingredients and you don't screw it up, it's going to be awesome. So lots of people in this area who are Rhone focused do a really nice GSM, us included. So when it came to planting, we knew we needed Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre because we knew we wanted to make a GSM. On the whites, we knew we wanted to make a crisp, stainless Grenache Blanc, and then we planted Viognier, which is Viognier is hard to do well, and we work really hard to make it pretty. It's a really aromatic, expressive variety that can be too much if you're not careful. So with everything, the goal is to express the fruit in a balanced way.